I think Apple is facing some challenges in China. First, over the last 2 weeks, you've seen the government has been criticizing them heavily for service and warranty issues. But overall, competition is really heating up for Apple. They've dropped from about second to sixth place in overall market share in the smartphone market because they're being beaten up at the high end by the Galaxy line from Samsung and at the low end from the local players like Lenovo and Huawei. So if I were recommending to talk to Tim Cook right now, I would say you need to focus on opening up more points of sale, not apologizing to the Chinese consumer, because everybody here knows that Apple already has really good customer service.
Yeah, and at the moment, Sean, I think Apple only has 15% of that market share in China. However, does the apology make them a friendlier place? Does it play well to Chinese customers overall? So if they were to open more businesses, would they take advantage of that because the chief executive has personally apologized?
Well, I don't think the apology is good, because actually after the criticism started taking place, my firm, we went out and we interviewed about 30 Chinese consumers. The vast majority of them said, wait a minute, why is the government's media attacking Apple? Apple is known for great service. It stands above most other players, both foreign and domestic. The consumers are saying the state media should be attacking, say, the pigs in the river, which is really disgusting, or some of the other quality control problems. So the problem with Apple apologizing is it now gives credibility to the state media attacks. And so now today we've gone out and we've interviewed consumers and they said, well, wait a minute. Before we supported Apple, but now that they're apologizing, so maybe there's something in with all the criticisms by the state media. So I think it was a mistake for Apple to do that. But taking a step back, the criticisms by the government have not just been levied at Apple. They've also gone after BMW, Zara, Volkswagen in the last couple of weeks. Really great foreign brands that are known for good quality and good service. So I think from a greater context, I'm kind of worried about increasing protectionism within China. And China can't afford that from an economic standpoint right now because the economy is slowing down. This morning, I met with senior executives from a Fortune 500 firm. They flew in from the United States, and their main reason was, are they going to get attacked? They wanted to go through all the different scenarios where the state media might criticize them for whatever reason, and they wanted to put together a crisis management team in case they got criticized. So there's a lot of fear in boardrooms right now.
Sean, let's try and answer the question that you're posing. Why is China attacking what would be, on the face of it, a group of companies with a very good international standing? What is going on here? What's the objective here? Because maybe that'll let us understand the bigger picture.
It's a little difficult to understand what the objective is. It's not clear-cut. But part of it, with Apple specifically, might be they're trying to promote the domestic handset makers like the Lenovo and Huawei, and they're trying to push more domestic homegrown operating systems. And the last couple of weeks, you've also had the Ministry of Information Technology officials have been complaining that too much of the country's handsets use Apple as well as Android. So it's about protectionism and also, I think, diverting away from pollution.